Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining SPTV tonight. And I am Rachel, as in Rachel G. Palmistry. Hopefully, you see my contact info down below as well as SPTV's. Thank you. I know that it's late for the UK crowd, and it right now for me over here in the States in Ohio, it's 5:30 in the early evening, late afternoon on a beautifully sunny day. Very nice here. But we're inside. So, anyway, I am a palm reader. If you are not familiar with me, let me bring you up to date. I am 49, but I have been reading palms for over 30 years. Yes, I know. Sounds a little odd. But the way I do it is because I've been doing it for so very long, I kind of blend from here, there, everywhere, an amalgamation, different techniques to come up with my own way of reading palms. So it's more of a soul reading, meaning what your energy needs are, instead of that divination kind of futuristic kind of, what's going to happen in the future to me kind of thing. Now, can that be seen on the palm? Yes, it can. It can. But my approach, my style is more so for helping people find their strengths in a time of maybe what could be confusion, because sometimes we get so far into the forest that we can't see the forest for the trees, if you understand what I'm getting at. Hence the forest here. Actually, no. I just have that backdrop because it really does look like my go-to safe spot from where I grew up in my family's property here in Ohio. But anyway, tangent. So, what I'm going to ask of you is that yes, we are going to read some palms tonight, but you need to take a picture of the hand that you use to sign your name with, meaning your dominant hand. For me, I'm right-handed, okay? So with your cell phone, take a photo of your palm from the wrist, including all the very tips of the fingers. Make it nice and crisp and clear and well lit, and send it in to Richard, the producer, who I hope does not get bombarded, but stressed out. Yes, that's the word he just used. But it's a lot of fun, and don't be shy, okay? Because the photos after the readings and after the show is over, the photos are discarded. They're not kept. There's no file of everybody who watches and everything that goes on with their palm. It's not like that, okay? But do keep in mind that this is on the internet. YouTube, Facebook, on the internet. So whoever is watching will be able to see what I had to say about your hand. So keep that in mind. So be brave, okay? Be brave. Now, that, my friends, is for the first part of the show. Toward the end, I will do very, very quick, well, probably like, I don't know, I'd say, how long do I spend, Richard? Maybe like a minute? Tarot card readings for people, just random, just very quick, quick fire readings. And for that, I have been using this particular deck, the Light Seers deck by Chris Ann. It's a tarot deck. And that's really fun. I think that's a lot of fun. And it's the complete flip side of the type of palmistry that I do. When doing tarot cards, I am an intuitive reader. So if you go buy the book, and I'm sure that every card creator, if they ever come across me and they hear me using their cards, they probably cringe because I don't read the book. I don't. Am I aware of, the Rider-Waite deck and Thoth and all that? Yes, but I sometimes get impressions of the client their energy, their needs, right? As I am able to do this online, that's how this works. And that gets put into the interpretation of the card in front of me. Because things just are not black and white most of the time, are they? More often than not, they're gray. So that's kind of the realm that I am in. So let's buckle up. Let's have some fun. Okay, this is supposed to be fun. Please, if you have not, go over to SPTV's website, spiritualpsychicstv.com, and look at all the different readers, mediums that we have on the schedule. Every night, 8 o'clock, there's somebody in the UK, 8 o'clock, so that would be around 3 o'clock in the afternoon and Eastern Standard Time here for me. There's always something happening on YouTube and on Facebook, okay? And you can also become a patron to keep these readings free for everybody and anybody who wants to have a reading. So, and you get different perks, there's different levels. Read up on it, okay? And if you like the way that I read palms, I'm going to do a little plug here. I actually am offering a Palmistry 101 class that starts next Wednesday, the 19th. Okay, and that will be in the events section on the website under workshops. So I hope you can join me. But let's get this going. Okay, Richard just put the link in Facebook, right? And YouTube. Okay, in YouTube. All right. So I'm looking forward to tonight. All right. Yes, it would be nice to see, Richard. I'll squeal on you. I will squeal. I will squeal. All right. Now, whose hand do we have? And the connection is is that my connection or is that, it's very, stuttery and, yeah, it's buffering, like, not buffering, but it's just not a nice, clean, clear connection for me. Okay, so it's probably me. Hey, all right, this will be an interesting evening. All right, so I'm going to, because I'm having some trouble with actual clarity of the picture, meaning the stream that I have for my internet, I am going to, it actually is Richard. Thank you. So I'm going to focus right off the bat. Whose hand is this, Richard? Okay, all right. Okay. Maxine. Okay, Maxine. Nice hand. Okay. Wonderful hand. Now, I am going to focus on a couple things that are just like, I mean, really huge on your hand. Like signs that you really need to be made aware of, okay? I cannot see a lot of the lines because everything is kind of blurry for me, I guess is the appropriate word. I just got called fussy. I don't know. Listen, I'm trying to do my job. Oh, dear. All right. That's wonderful, Richard. Thank you so very, very much. All right. So, no, it was okay the way it was. That's perfect. Hey, now, no need for psychedelics, okay? We got this. Your hand, Maxine, is a wonderful, wonderful mishmash of a lot of different elements. There are 4 major elements, okay? Earth, air, water, fire, and the type of palmistry that I do. Now, you have this air palm, and your fingers are, they represent all the different elements that I just mentioned. But the interesting thing is the way your fingers are spaced, and also the size of your thumb. Now, what the heck does all this mean, right? Well, you notice how you have this big gap here, right, in between Jupiter and Saturn. And you also have a big gap in between Mercury and Apollo, right? Now, what that means is that you do things in a way that belongs uniquely to you. Meaning you will see things in a different way. Like if somebody sees they can't find the exit in a room, they don't know what to do, you will come up with the answer because you think outside of the box, because you have the qualities energetically of those 4 elements in your hand. Now, as I said, your palm is air. So who you are closest to you, right? Because the palm is closest to your heart. Your heart quality is of air, which is a very misunderstood element. Trust me, I'm doing this a while, okay? Now, the thing is that you know way down deep inside that you can tell somebody no, you can help them along, you can keep them where they are. It's a kind of a strength that you have way down deep in the core of who you are and what makes you you. But your fingers, Maxine, your fingers, that's what we use in society, right? That's what we grab things with when we go to, touch somebody. The fingers are the first contact that we have with somebody, isn't it? And when we go to do something. So that energy coming from your fingers is water. Jupiter is all water, okay? Jupiter, aka Zeus. He is about self-esteem. He is about that bravado, who I am, that kind of thing, how you feel about yourself. And then we have Saturn, who is an air finger. Now, Saturn, he, Titan God, right? He has, this is going to sound odd, but I'm being told not by Richard, not by the headphones, okay? But by my guides or whatever energies are around me, that I need to tell you a little bit more about Saturn. Now, Saturn, Titan God, maybe you know about the Greek pantheon, right? Meaning the Greek gods and goddesses, right? But he made sure, he's also known as Kronos, so he makes sure that everything gets done that has to get done, right? So if that is an air finger, an air quality, the same as your palm, this interprets how you are going to be doing things for others. The fact that it is next to Apollo, which is a really, really lovely earth finger, means you have a perfect balance. So in a time of craziness or a lot of chaos and anxiety, you're going to be the one to stand there and say, no, this is how we need to do it. I also say that based on the fact that Saturn is pressed up against Apollo, that is found in people who are professional actors, actresses, right? Because they assume a role. And that's what you have the ability to do, is to assume that role to help others. Because you see things in such a different way, because you pull energy from all these different elements. And now we get to Mercury, fire. That lovely, lovely little fiery finger right there. Okay, so quickly, Mercury, all nice and fiery, your backbone. My advice to you, okay, because you do sit back, observe, assess situations, and then make a decision, you need to speak your piece. Because according to what you have on your hand, you are overwrought. Energetically, you are overwrought. Everybody has different qualities of different elements. Everybody, the majority of the people in the world have hands, right, Maxine? So everybody has the ability to make decisions. It just doesn't have to all come down on you. You understand? There's a difference between helping somebody become independent versus becoming codependent. And that's where your hand stands, is let those people around you know your strength. Don't sit back and wait for everything to hit the fan and then speak up. Become the leader that you are, okay? Everything in your hand, all those qualities that you have, use them. It's a gift. It truly is. I hope that helped, Maxine. Okay. Okay, Richard, we are having trouble with the email account that the palm photos are being sent to, and it's beyond everyone's control. It's okay. Okay, all right. If you are tech savvy, if everybody out here is tech savvy and you do want to have your palm read, I highly recommend that the photo you send be a smaller sized file, meaning don't go sending like a 10 meg file or 5 meg file. Just do a quick JPEG, send it over, and it should be okay, because that is what's happening. Okay. All right. All right, let's do some hellos. Okay. Sure. All right. Hey, did you know that there is actually a directory on SBTV's website? Yeah. Now, the majority is UK. Mediums and spiritualist churches, organizations, shops, readers, all across the board on the website. Yeah, so just check it out, because what you can do is you put in your location and it will find the closest people or shops or whatever your interests are to where you are, and it'll even show you a map, which I think is really fascinating personally. Now, at the bottom of that, if you are in the US, go to the very, very bottom, click US, and or at the top, I was just corrected, or at the top, and it will show you people that are signing into, becoming a part of the directory here in the United States as well. And you can find me there. Hey. I'm like one of how many? Two people? Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think there's only. I'm one of two, I believe. Yeah. So I'm. Yeah. Okay, all the emails are coming through now. Richard just updated me. Hi, Claire. What? Pepper Jones? Pippa. Pippa Jones. Okay. Hello? I can't remember. I couldn't hear the first word. It cut out. It keeps cutting out. Donna Marie. I'll say it the same way you said it, Richard. Jane. Hi. Hi, Alyssa. Hi. Hi, Joe. Hi, Samantha. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Carla. Hi, Elizabeth. Thank you for joining, everybody. Kelly Ann. Okay. Woo. Wow. All right. Look at that water. Water, water everywhere, but not a drop to drink. And isn't that from the Ancient Mariner? I think that's from the Ancient Mariner. Okay, I'm all excited about this hand. Look at... Okay, I could probably spend maybe 2 hours on your hand. Don't worry, Richard, I won't. Okay? But it's fantastic. I mean, the lines are so great. And I'm going to say elasticity. How you like that fancy word, right? That's what we call here a 50-cent word. It's more like a dime, but hey, here people call it a 50-cent word. But yeah, do you have a water hand, Richard? All right. Maybe we found your twin, your lost twin. All right, Kellyanne. So with this water-handed people are the most intuitive, and right off the bat, they are empaths. Okay, they truly are. And let's look at certain facets of your hand that are popping out at me right away. You are meant to make a difference in this world, in this current life that you have. So no pressure, okay? But I'm going to ask you to do something. You don't have to show me. I want you to do this on your own, okay? Now, let me see the best way to do this. Do you see your lifeline, right? Okay, go, which way do I go here? Not that way. I go this way. Okay. This is your lifeline. It goes right around here. Now, the one in the middle should be a wisdom line. And then the very, very top is the relationship line. Do you see how my lines pinch together? I'll do this right here. Right at the beginning. Yours do not do that, do they? My hand, the way that is on my hand is the majority of hands in the world. What you have is a separate wisdom line because in a past life, and that could be seen on the hand that you do not write with, because the hand that you do not write with is a map to all of the most important situations and stuff that you went through, your energy's gone through from life to life, okay? But in a past life, you were not able to kind of complete what you wanted to do for people, what you wanted to do for yourself, whatever it was. And that is why your wisdom line is separate from your lifeline. You came into this world with knowledge. I'm very curious as to what kind of dreams you have, because you are tapping into past life stuff. You truly, truly are. Now, another thing I'm going to ask you, like I said, I'm going to ask you to do something, is that oftentimes with hands like yours, you will find what is called a higher purpose line. And I don't talk about this too much, okay? But I'm so confused when it comes to doing this. It's found, this is actually where my lifeline starts. And the more it goes around to the back, determines how old of an energy, meaning how old of a soul you are. But right above this area, you will see, if you see another little short line that goes like this, and yeah, I have one there, that's mine. That is a higher purpose line, and that means that you are to go into a field where you have an enormous impact on a lot of people for the better, kind of like for the greater good. We've all heard that, right? And with the type of water hand that you have, be careful, because people will come up to you. And as I like to use this kind of scenario, right? You are just trying to find solid ground. You are in a little dinghy or a little boat of some kind on an ocean, and water is the equivalent of emotions in tarot and in all this stuff, right? You have a water hand, meaning you can walk in somewhere and you can feel the vibes. You feel off of people what they are going through. You need to pause and listen to that and understand that what you are feeling off of everybody else is not yours. Do not absorb it into who you are. Yes, help people, but do not let them throw their water into your boat. Because what will happen? Will you ever find solid ground where you can just rest? No, because you'll be too busy throwing all that excess water out of your boat, or you will sink. So, watch your energy. Self-care is 100% important for you, meaning when you feel like you need time out, binge some TV, whether it be Netflix or whatever, and just take care of you, get your mind off things, do it. And then when you are ready, go right back out there into the game, because you have an innate knowing of what's right from wrong, and you are that lighthouse on the coast that can warn other people that there's danger below, that you're getting too close to the shore and you could ground on the rocks. Okay? Keep that in mind. My sister turned up. Okay, well, I hope that helped, Kellyanne. And hey, if any of you have any questions about anything that I'm saying, because as I said, this is me trying to squeeze a lot of information in a small amount of time. So please reach out to me if you have any questions or any curiosities about how I do what I do. And hi, Amy. Thank you, Amy, for coming. Ah, yes, if you could give me feedback on the show, I would really appreciate it. Now, I know that I do, and that is on the website, correct? Okay, all right, in the chat. Okay, that'd be great. If you could please do that. Yeah, from the readings themselves. I'm just going to say Christine. Okay, Christine, this is your palm reading. Wow. All right, so look at all the give that your hand has, right? I bet it's very pillowy, right? A little squishy, right? Like you can squish it like a little pillow. Now, the interesting thing about your hand is that it is a cross between water and earth, with Mercury being air. So you also have 3 elements in your hand. And Christiane, with this water palm that you have, right? And remember what I said about the palm being closest to your heart. So that is who you are underneath everything that you do. You are an empath. You can walk in somewhere and you can feel, I don't want to be here, or you can just get a vibe off of somebody. You probably know when somebody is lying, when they're telling the truth, or when they're trying to keep something to themselves, right? And I don't know why I'm being told to tell you this, but if that happens, don't pry. I don't know. I don't know if this is a situation that is going on right now with you. But yeah, I had a guide specifically just tell me to tell you that, Christiane. So think about that, all right? Now, with the type of hand that you have such an intense wisdom line. Very, very deep wisdom line. But you also question yourself. Your wisdom line goes straight across, all the way to the other side, right? Now, when that happens, there's also the tendency, and it's up for interpretation here, okay? But because that line is so very deep, it also has something that's called a simian quality. Because if you notice, what should be, this is my relationship line here, okay? Now it should go all the way to the very end. Yours does not. But what does on you is your wisdom line, which on me also goes all the way to the very end. When you have that horizontal line that's just right in the middle and it doesn't go over this way or finish on the side, that's something called an attainment line, meaning that you have a great success ahead of you. I don't know if this is already happening. I don't know if in what area, but I will tell you this much. It is underneath, again, these two fingers, is it not? And this is Saturn, and this is Apollo. Now, Saturn, as I said, is that go-to guy. He's the one that's like, okay, I don't care whose toes get crushed. It needs to be done. It's going to get done. And also underneath Apollo is that expressive god, okay? So okay, Christiane, are you still here? Okay. Okay. Christiane, I'm going to wrap this up very quickly and say the following. You are very important, and I know that might sound contrived, but I'm not trying to placate. You are very important, and you have great success ahead of you. And it will be through self-expression, and it will be through sheer drive and will that you will get it done. And you will be a role model in this field later in your life. Okay? So kudos to you. All right? And I hope that helped. If you have any questions, just reach out. Actually, I have Reach Out, Touch Faith. I have Depeche Mode in my head now that I said that. I'm a big Depeche Mode fan. Yes. Oh, I've seen Depeche Mode maybe 6 times in concert. Ah, yes, yes. Uh-huh. I love it. I love it. Richard just explained to me how the hands are being chosen. It's not really being chosen. He closes his eyes and just kind of drags a photo from what's in the inbox over, and then there you go. So whoever is there is how this is being done. Okay, it's not like, let's do this person's. It's not like that at all. No favoritism. No favoritism. Okay, Kim. Okay. She's on YouTube. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, I am having a little trouble again with the blurriness. I don't know why. Mm, yeah. Okay. Well, that's okay because I was just told to tell Kim something. You can just keep it the way it was, Richard. Thank you. That's perfect. All right, Kim. Have you ever heard the term starseed? I know it's like a really hot word, it's a happening word right now, very hopping, but you're a starseed. You are. Everything about your hand, starseed. Now, interesting thing, I cannot see your lifeline. Is it the blurriness? I don't know. Um, but when a lifeline, I've seen, 50, 60-year-olds with a lifeline that was maybe an inch long. So if you do not actually have a lifeline or you have a very small one, don't worry about it. Because if they're sitting in front of me and they're 50 or 60 years old, obviously they're here. Okay? So, can you tell different ages, chronological stuff that's going to happen, right, to you? Yes, you can, because there are different little increments on the lifeline. If your lifeline is faint, but there, you need to focus on your energy. Now, why am I saying you are a star seed? Sometimes star seeds feel completely out of place. And the thinking and the overthinking and the wheels that keep turning in order to try to find a way to fit in with those around them weakens one's energy. It's okay to be you, Kim. It is. It's okay. You have many, many gifts to bring to the table, as I call it, meaning your job, your friendships, your relationships, everything, okay? And also, do you work with animals at all? Because I don't know why, but I was just kind of told that. Maybe you work with animals, I don't know. But the way that your wisdom line, which I can see, goes down into this area, which is called the Mount of Selene or the Mount of Luna, if you want to go Greek or Roman, that is the moon goddess. She is in charge of all of that intuitive stuff that you naturally have in this all-encompassing watery hand. Now, the one thing that chink in the armor, that weak spot in the armor that makes you you. And this is not a weakness. It isn't, even though I said all that. But this is the one thing that will keep those wheels turning as to why can't I just fit into this? Why can't this just be nice and normal? Is your thumb. You have a very long thumb, and it is also placed higher, meaning in this area, which is the Mount of Venus, meaning the joint itself, the knuckle, is up higher on your hand, which means that there is a part of you, and that's the Achilles heel that you have for this particular life. And it's only there because of stuff that happened in a past life. But you feel validation from being accepted by others. We all get that sometimes. But listen, Kim, you are so much more than that. You truly, truly are so much more than that. I mean, your Apollo finger is astounding. And I know that you think out of the box. Make friends with animals. Have you ever thought of doing Reiki on animals? Maybe going to a shelter or something like that and just helping and giving good energy to animals to help them, calm them down. Because that is kind of what I see you doing and flourishing at. So you might want to look up Reiki. And I don't know if Kim is saying anything because I can't actually see what is being said. Hey, so I hope. No, I cannot. I didn't know that there was any. All I see is her name and then the YouTube thing. Yeah. Well, that's weird. I don't know. You don't work with animals, though. Okay, Richard's reading it to me. Try it. And if you are into Reiki, check it out. Obviously, if some person just walks in off the street and they are not certified in it and they are not studied in it, then a animal shelter is not going to let you touch any animal. But I really feel that you will find comfort by giving comfort to those that are misunderstood, just as you might feel you yourself are, because you are a starseed. You are. So if you have any questions about that, please get in touch with me. I hope that helped, Kim. Yeah. Well, listen, man. I don't know why I can't see the comments. Now I see that there are words, just the top of the letters. I see tops of the letters below, but that's it. Oh, okay. Okay. Everybody. All right. Remember what I said about the photos of the palm? Okay. Now, we have to get the palm like this. So make sure that the photo that you take is basically from here, from the wrist, and includes the whole circle of your hand. Make it nice and crisp, clearly lit, because even the tips of the fingers, the spaces in between, all that means something in palmistry, because every area on the palm itself and the shape stands for something. So keep that in mind when going to take your picture and sending it into Richard, okay? Because we're getting a lot of photos that cannot be used, unfortunately. Oh, another Kim. Okay. Maybe it's a sign for me to get in touch with my friend Kim. Okay. Oh, okay. I've been thinking about her, actually. All right. So, Kim, you don't have a Kim Dent in the chat, you mean? All right. So, this hand needs an owner. So, if it belongs to Kim Dent, are you by any chance in the chat going by another name? Because I don't read palms for people who are not actually in the chat. It's not fair to the other people that are in chat. So if you could please just say, hey, I'm here. Hey, everybody. That's my hand. It would be greatly appreciated. Heather, hello. How are you? What's the next one? I'm sorry. Can't hear it. It broke up. Hi, Julie. Oh. Sammy. Hi. Belinda. Hi. Hi, Evelina. Hi, Allison. Hello, Sonia. Thank you for joining. Hi, Kellyanne. Hi, Haley. What's going on over there, Richard? Okay. All right. We're gonna move on because the owner of this hand did not speak up. So sorry, Kim. Yeah, it's for Kim Dent. Oh, I don't pick on people. Cut that out. If you can hear the conversation through this, Richard's being spicy. Oh, that would be something. That would be something. No, actually, it would. It would be something. Trust me. Okay, Melissa. Hello. All right, Melissa. She is on. She's okay. If you are, Melissa, you're here. Perfect. I'll even put my drink down for that. All right, so Melissa, look at that palm. Woo. Water. I can see half of the word hay. It's kind of cut right in half. Ah! Yeah, you want me to say that? Yeah. Yeah, that's beautiful. Yay, Richard. Yay, I can see it now. Yay. All right. So, Melissa, Look at those lines. It's either that you took a really great photograph, the quality of the stream just got better, or I don't know what, but I can see so many lines on your hand, Melissa. Thank you for that. Now, where to begin, right? It's like, what? Okay, first off, you do have a lot of bracelets. And I don't like to talk about bracelets. And yes, you're wearing probably, it kind of looks like a hair thingy, you know, for put your hair up with. But what I mean by bracelets are the little circles that are around the wrist itself. Okay? Now, there's a lot of conjecture, because there are so many ways of reading palms. There are thousands of different ways of reading palms, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to base those rings off of what I see in the rest of your palm. And I am going to be focusing on your palm and not your fingers. You have, like the majority of the people that I see on here, which is really kind of odd because in the US, I see a lot of earth hands. But the UK crowds, it's water, which is interesting to me. So, looking at your wisdom line, which is the middle line that goes this way, and your relationship line, and your lifeline, there is an area of connection that runs this way. And it is right underneath Saturn and Jupiter, which are these two, right? But it's further down. Now, what that is an influence from somebody when you were younger. I don't even need to know how old you are. But it is an influence, whether it just be a little dip, it's a shadow, okay? An influence of somebody basically trying to steer your career, life choices, etc., okay? You have to understand something, Melissa. You are stronger than they know, okay? You're in the US. And you have a water hand. Okay, I guess I'm just supposed to read water hands out here. All right. So when that happens, you have to understand that we are all coming from our own stuff. Right? So it's not that an assumption is being made about you, right? And the decisions that you make. It's that the person that's kind of being pushy with you and was pushy and perhaps is still a little bit pushy with you, they are the ones that have all that stuff and the doubt and the should I have done this, should I have done that, and they just want to see better things for you. But you're stronger than they are. You have something called the presence line, which runs straight up through the center of your hand, goes all the way down, and connects with your bracelets. You are going to be reincarnated. You are going to come back again. Your lifeline literally goes around the Mount of Venus. As you can see, mine does not. If everybody's like, where's Rachel's, right? Mine does not. Mine just kind of stops, okay? But yours sounds like your husband, okay? Now, because yours wraps around and meets that top bracelet, means that you are going to be a leader in your next life. In whatever capacity that is, I don't know. Whether it just be, I don't mean politics, or it could be, but I don't mean something that drastic. I mean that you are going to be more than just a role model. You are going to be somebody who makes those decisions. And whether, think of kind of like a how-to book, like a manual, that kind of thing. People will abide by that. That line goes halfway around. Okay, perfect. Yeah, if it goes like right around here to here, that means that you're coming back. And it does do that on you. Now, the thing with your wisdom line that I find a little interesting is that it kind of stops at your presence line. Now, even though you might feel that you have attained wisdom, attained a certain, I'll say, station in life, okay, that you are happy with, yeah, okay, you cannot just stop learning, because that is what life is about, okay? You need to keep going and moving forward, because you need to know the information that's going to be required in your next life, which is where I'm going to jump up to your fingers really quick. These three tightly together: Jupiter, Saturn, Apollo. You do, and you do, and you do. You give and you give and you give, and you're quiet about it. Your next life, you're not going to be quiet about it. You're not. So learn now how not to crush people's toes when you become the leader you are going to become. I know that might sound really abstract, but that is where you are going to go. And your thumb also says that. And I'm breaking up all over the place here. But your thumb also says that. The width of it, the shape of it, how far it bends backward. Okay, you put your education off to become a nurse. It's now time for you to pull on your experience and just gather it all together. Gather every facet of your life, like a compendium of who you are, and go forward. Keep learning, keep plugging along. And if you have to speak up, because that's what Mercury is, he's that backbone, he's that truth speaker, okay? Keep it going. Say, I cannot do this right now. I have to do whatever it is you have to do, okay? But speak your truth in black and white terms, very specific terms, and the people around you will understand. But don't just say, oh, I don't feel like doing that right now. They're not going to get it. They're not, okay? So I hope that helped, Melissa, because you have a huge future life ahead of you. You really, really do. And I'm not saying that what you are doing in this life is nothing compared to that. I'm just saying this is like the build up to that. Yeah, hello. Perfect. Good to hear, Melissa. Yay. Good going, Melissa. Perfect. Good to know that. Good to know that. And again, if you have any questions, reach out to me, okay? Just basically look up Rachel G. Palmistry as a tag anywhere. I'll probably pop up. So who do we have next, Richard? And I think, how much time do we... Pardon? Okay. Elvis Presley? will take these earbud things out of my computer here so people can hear. I will. That's a threat. It's a threat. All right, Rebecca. All right, now I cannot see the tips of her fingers. Hi, Rebecca. I love your lipstick in that picture. Beautiful lipstick. Great color for you. Perfect. Thank you, Richard. All right, Rebecca. Look at how I just look at your hand and I see like I see your hand as like I used to work at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City, right? And every once in a while I would get pushed into if I showed up a little late, right? Who doesn't sometimes, right? But instead of being in 19th century European art, which was like, you know, Monet and all those guys, right? I would get put in the Greek and Roman wing. And your hand looks so much like a Greek statue. It's odd to me. It really does look like something from there, and I can't remember the statue, but because, you know, I would spend 12-hour shifts walking around that museum, and so I kind of pretty much have the place memorized, but I wish I could remember what one. Anyway, so it'll probably come to me about 2 hours from now. But anyway, Rebecca, let's get on with it. You have a nice, clean hand. Not a lot of line work. And I'm going to tell you right now, the people that rely on you to do things, aren't they able to do it for themselves sometimes too? Why haven't you spoken up? Why haven't you explained that? Because you need to. You have too many worry lines on your hand. Is that a good thing or a bad thing about the sculpture? It's actually a nice thing. It's a nice thing. It means you have a very classic hand. You have, well, what epitomized beauty then you have for a hand now. Think of that. So you have a historically beautiful, structured hand. Okay? So, yeah, it's a compliment. Take it as a compliment. Now, worry lines. Okay? You have a lot of worry lines coming from the Mount of Venus, which is right here. And it's affecting your lifeline. And it's affecting your wisdom line. You need to know that, just as I said, when people come to you and just kind of drop the ball in your lap and say, "Here, Rebecca," and you're kind of like, what? I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask for this ball. What am I supposed to do with it? And you will find something to do with it, right? You will finish whatever needs to be done. You will finish that play, right? But it's not yours to do so. You need to speak up. And remember what I said earlier to somebody about their Achilles heel, right? Like that little chink in the armor. And that happens with everybody. Everybody. Because that's why we keep coming back, okay? We are all learning. We're all evolving. And the fact that your pinky, which is Mercury, okay, is shaped the way it is, which is a very air shape, means that you will not feel like you can speak up and say, no, I don't want to do it. You're going to have to work on that. And you have a lot of time to do that, okay? You also, for your age, you have a presence line. And it is going down into, heading down into this area, which is that intuitive area of the hand. Now, all of these cross lines everywhere and all of this stuff that you have going on in your hand, you need to start being creative right now. Because what you are doing by not saying, I'm not taking this ball, I'm not doing anything with it, you just have it back, you are squashing how you truly feel, and therefore you are squashing your own feelings down. And there's only so much a person can squash into themselves before it starts hurting, okay? Like only so much you can put in a jar before things spill over, right? Too much, I'm super guilty of taking on too much from other people. So, okay, perfect. All right. Well, not perfect that you do that, but you understand what I mean, Rebecca. All right, thank you for validating what I'm saying. Now, what I'm saying is use that beautiful Greco-Roman sculpture hand that you have. And because it's just like white marble. It's a beautiful, beautiful hand that you have. Use it creatively. You have to put that energy that you are squashing in on yourself somewhere else. Get it off you. And once you do that, what you will have created will speak your truth for you without you even having to say a word. So whether it be, when I see your energy and I see your hand, I see you making these huge paintings. Huge. We're talking like New York first generation artist paintings, right? So we're talking like, the 6 foot, the 8 foot paintings, just going way, like just doing it, expressing yourself, right? Like the Pollocks and the Paul Clays and the Franz Kleins of the world, right? I see you doing it, and I highly recommend it for you. I truly do. So get yourself out there, get that hand with some paintbrushes or do whatever you gotta do, but express you. Hope that helped. Wow. It's really odd because I don't know. I can almost see a painting that you're working on. I don't know if you are working on a painting, Rebecca, but I can. It's strange. It's a strange day. Hey everybody, why is it so strange? Because it's a new moon in Taurus. So all you moonbeams out there, look me up. Here's my information. Rachel G. Palmistry. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, here on SPTV. You could also find me at my website, which is rachelgpalmistry.com. Hey, Shiloh, good to see you. May I answer this question, Richard? Oh, right, perfect. Shiloh. Those have a lot of different names dependent upon what type of palmistry like the technique you use. Some people call it a witch's mark. Some people call it a shaman mark. Some people call it's all over the place. But what it is also called mainly a mystic cross. And if you do have one, that means that you are tapped into ancient wisdom. It's like just coursing through your veins, which is why some people call it a witch's mark. And that was actually one of the things that people looked for when they were doing the witch trials, which was, I don't even want to get into how they would know what that was without being into palmistry, which was, yeah, that's a whole other subject for another time. But anyway, Shiloh, that's what that means. So thank you for asking that. That's exactly what that means, is that you have such wisdom from past life and just from the universe itself and from higher power that it's just like coursing through you. Rebecca, I love it. Thank you so much. Definitely helps doodle from time to time. I've never painted. Come on, Rebecca. Do it. Go out there. Get. You don't even have to get a stretched canvas. You could just buy a roll of canvas online somewhere, right? And just lay it on the floor and just go at it. It doesn't have to be expensive paint, and it just do whatever you have to do. Get it out. Get it out. I also see action painting. If you're curious about what that is, get in touch. Get in touch. And thanks for joining on Facebook. Yep. Okay, Richard. We are going to move over into the world of tarot now. So, okay. Okay, tomorrow here on SBTV at 8 o'clock, we have Karen Doherty. And what will she be doing, Richard? She will be doing readings at 8 o'clock on YouTube and on Facebook. Okay, so please tune in for that. It could be interesting. And right now we are going to go into tarot, remember? So this is going to be quick. Hi, Julie. So this is going to be like 30-second, minute readings. And if you have any questions, let me know, okay? Because okay. So Julie is the first one. Okay, and tonight, because of the new moon, everybody, the dark moon, I have hematite. If you are not familiar with it, this is what it looks like. Very metallic-y. Sometimes it's magnetized. But it is basically for balancing and reducing any kind of stuff, we'll say, right? Any kind of chaos, any kind of stuff. Is a very grounding and neutralizing stone. So Julie, remember this is the deck. I like to give the artist credit. So, Light Seer's deck. And here is your card, Julie. Okay. Ooh, Two of Cups. Absolutely love this deck. So, what is going on with you, Julie? Have you entered into a new relationship? Are you thinking about a new relationship? The Cups, water, aka emotion, and we do have a couple here. And the energies are intermingling with each other. So, do not shy away from letting your guard down and welcoming new people into your life. You need to do that right now. This is what this card is about. It is about emotion. It is about sharing. And I feel that it is more so about kind of like that spirit tribe we all talk about, those people that we have things in common with, okay, that we can just talk to. The stuff that we can't talk to other people about. So somebody that you're going to hold close to your chest. It's going to have meaning for you, okay? I hope that helped, Julie. Okay, Richard, next. Everybody, Richard muted me. I told you I'm going to squeal on you, Richard. Chandra. All right. Chandra, you are getting a tarot card. Okay. Yes, you do. You have the power, Richard. That's the only time I'm ever going to say that. It's like He-Man. I have the power. Chandra. Knight. Oh, see that, could you? The Knight of Swords. Oy. Okay. So, going into battle. Swiftly. Stuff. Everything's moving very, very quickly. How do I put this? Be on guard. And I'm not trying to scare you. I'm truly not. What I mean by that is be prepared. And not for the worst, but be prepared for something that you just don't expect to happen. All right? Now the knight. We know the knights are all sent out there to do the dirty work, right? So are you being sent out there right now to do the dirty work? Because the swords are about conflict, and it always has to do with relationships. And that includes work, friendships, close personal, like significant other, family, all that, all across the board, relationships. And this knight has to hurry so much that it's not a horse, it's not a boat, he's got a motorcycle. So this is something that needs your attention as soon as possible. So pull back, look at what's going on around you, and listen to your gut. Your gut knows. And you know too, Chandra. I got a good feeling about that. Okay. Next, Richard. Please don't want to shuffle. Hi, Jane Eyre. Love the name. Love the name. I gotta admit though, and don't hate me, but I did not like the book. I did not like the Jane Eyre book. But I love the little puppy. Oh, look at that face. Okay. Here's your card, Jane. The Six of Wands. Look at this. Look at you. You are in the spotlight. You are. Now, this is a fire card, okay? So with the fire cards, I like to focus on the colors that are in it. With this, we have orange. That's the predominant color. Please focus on your sacral chakra, okay? Which is just like maybe an inch or two below your belly button, if you are familiar with the energy centers, the chakras, okay? Now that's where we hold things that have affected us throughout life, okay? Bring those things that have happened to you to light. Bring it all out. Open up that book that you have been keeping track of, and you're fire and you're Leo, okay? Bring it out to light. Just crack open the door, let air in, air it all out. All those skeletons in that closet, do it. Because another thing about the Six of Wands in particular, this is a triumph card because it is a 6. But it's also about you maneuvering within a type of a struggle, a type of a battle, okay? You will get through it, obviously, but focus on the things that you have held on to that have affected you because that were thrown at you by other people throughout your life. Hope that helped. Okay, who do we have next, Richard? Chelsea. Your first time here. Well, I hope you're having fun. I hope to see you again. Okay. Absolutely, you're getting a card right now. Okay. Ooh. You have one of the most beautiful cards in this entire deck, Chelsea. And it's a major arcana card. What does that mean? It means a major life change is afoot. You have the moon. And what is today? It's the new moon. Meaning it's not a full moon. It's meaning there is no moon to be seen. The sky is dark. It's called the dark moon, okay? And you pulled the moon card. Well, actually, I said I pulled it, but it's for you, Chelsea. Now, with the moon, we have both sides, don't we? We have two wolves who are howling at the moon. The moon underwater, you underwater, feeling the feels, feeling the emotion, feeling others, the stuff, the vibes, everything, the feely feels, as I call it. Perhaps you are just waking up to that, I will say, psychic side of you. Write it down. Write your experiences down, Chelsea, and go back to them. I also recommend, for some reason, I'm being told that you need, it would help. I'm not going to say need. It would help you, I feel, if you were to get some oracle cards that you connect with. You can find them anywhere, right? Even on Amazon, places like that, right? And pull a card every morning. You just sit it next to your bed. Contemplate it. Okay? Write it in a journal. Because it will help you focus instead of being distracted by the psychic ability that is building in you. Because it is building fast and swiftly. And it will change your life. Hope that helped, Chelsea. Kudos to you. Hi, Allison. Absolutely. Your card. Oh, I guess we have two Allisons. This is for Allison Fleming on Facebook. Okay. I got the itchies. What's going on? You, Allison. The King of Pentacles. So, not only, because this is you, this is not about a person, like a actual, like some guy out there, right? This represents energy that you yourself have right now. The King of Pentacles, attainment, wealth, growth, right? You have gotten to that point. And you have even gotten to the point of where you can enjoy it. You can sit back and watch everything that you have worked so hard for. You can watch it in play. You can watch it like a mechanism that you built. You can see it working on its own. Be proud of what you have achieved. Keep moving forward, even though this is the king, okay, which means that you have reached the heights. It doesn't mean that the only way to go now is down. It just means the only way to go is across or up, okay? Meaning other cards, other energy shifts. And you have tamed a wolf to protect you. So, in this new moon, since we just did have the wolves in that card with that moon, pay attention to that. You've come a long way. Be proud. Take time out for self-care. I do mean that. And why do I say that? Because of his expression and where he is, which is in a library. So, hold on to that wisdom and keep plugging along. Keep learning. Keep moving forward. Hope that helped. Okay, Evelina. Love your name. Okay. I'm a-shuffling. Wow. Okay. All right. This makes sense. Seven of Pentacles. Pentacles are coins, also earth. Now, if you notice, you, sending energy down into the roots of this little tiny plant. Now, is it going to be just a plant or is it going to be a tree? Okay? So focus on what wisdom, what energy you are sending out. Focus on it. Think about it. Think about it hard. Because whatever you are putting into it will determine how things grow from it. You understand? So be very careful. Choose wisely. But now is the time to choose. And why do I say that? I don't even really know. And I am shooting straight from the hip here with you, Evelina, okay? But if you are into Reiki, if you are into energy, which is really what the Light Seer deck is about, which is about Reiki and chakras and all that, look, as above, so below. The roots are very healthy. The roots are holding on to all the energy that he is putting into this little plant. How big will this tree grow if you don't fertilize it properly, if you don't give it enough nutrients, if you water it too much, what would happen? Focus on balance. Because right now you've got a lot of options, so choose wisely. Because this is the beginning stage of something, a little project. And I don't know why I say that. It's just a feeling I have. I hope that helped. And if it didn't, get in touch with me. Okay? Please get in touch with me. And who do we have next? Oh, we have me. Okay. We have me. Yeah, for any information at all, please, that is my info there, Rachel G. Palmistry. You can look up the tag, Rachel G. Palmistry, even on TikTok. You'll find me. I try to do a card a day. I'm also available for private one-on-one bookings. And yeah, I also do little events and stuff on my page sometimes. And again, I am going to say, please become a supporter, being a patron of SPTV, and check out all of the mediums and the shops and the readers that are here on YouTube and Facebook every night, 8 o'clock. And there are even some things that happen in the morning and earlier in the afternoon. Just depends on the day. But thank you for joining me tonight. And thank you very, very much for your time and for the photos of your palms. It was an honor getting to read them. If you do have any questions, if you have any concerns, reach out. That's all you have to do is reach out to me. I will answer them. Okay? And remember, yes, I do actually have a course on spiritualpsychicstv.com. I'm offering, that is the photo for it. And please check it out. It is a 101 course, and I will be using traditional names for the lines of the hand. So it's kind of like a refresher course or an intro kind of thing, hence the 101 and the title of the workshop. But I highly recommend it. It's because I'm going to then move forward very soon in teaching very culturally specific types of palmistry. And what I mean by that is there is There's Chinese palmistry. There's Vedic palmistry. There's all different kinds across the entire globe, thousands of different versions of palmistry. And I don't know thousands, but I do know probably a good 50 or 60 different versions of reading palms. So I'm going to start teaching those techniques as well. So stay in touch. Stay in touch. And thank you, Christine. It was great seeing you. All right, so remember how important all of you are. You're very welcome, Melissa, because you're here. And I don't mean here online or on your phone or wherever you're watching me from. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Michelle, I have to text you or message you later about something, okay? So look for that email. But listen, everybody, you're here and you are in this life. No matter what is going on, you exist. And that is how important you are. Give yourself a pat on the back. Take care of you. You are loved. Never doubt that. Never doubt it. Okay? And I bid you adieu. Bonsoir, mes amis. Take care.